What's up, everybody? It's a late night in snowy Texas, but I'm gonna do this one. It's about, I haven't been live in a while, but getting my teeth worked on, getting my jaw worked on. I've been getting dental surgery. But listen, before we kick off going crazy, because we're about to do it. Definitely check out the How Facebook Groups Digital Real Estate and Planning Your Life Can Be Great. We have replays of the 5-day kickoff. They go down Thursday. Why do they go down Thursday? Because we'll be starting the 8-week sales and leadership training. You guys, I want to thank you always for supporting the channel, supporting the tour. Again, Dallas, Texas, February 3rd and 4th. You should be getting information in your emails. The hotel is in the private Facebook group. If you're DC, y'all better show out. DC better show out, or DC might not get it. Nah, DC, let's show out. And then also Atlanta, Georgia. We'll see you guys in May 4th and 5th, Cinco de Mayo. Then we'll see you in Las Vegas. Las Vegas, y'all have been Las Vegas and Atlanta. Thank y'all so much. I just did not know we were so heavy in Vegas. But I thank y'all, Vegas and Atlanta. So listen, come in, drop your city and state. Let's get into it. You see the thing, snow in Texas, automation and entitlement. Now, I got a video coming up this week with Dr. Dix. I've got a video, I think, coming up with Sub-Zero on tech. I've got a video coming up with Tamika Reed of Women in Linux. Y'all know I've been kind of away. This is kind of y'all get a good week of live, and then I got to go back into the cave of dedication, right? All right. So again, I just came back from the gym, sweaty, gross, but I got to do this one. Automation and entitlement. You got to get rid of the entitlement, you guys. I want to be very clear, because automation is going to come in and you guys need to learn and relearn things. I've been talking a lot about how you're going to see a return to men going to blue collar, because just to be honest, people have abysmal reading levels. You see, sometimes I type stuff too fast, or I misspell words. Now, I've been tested. I'm up there. I study. I read hundreds of books. I ain't gonna do no Cat Williams on y'all. I read 3,000 books, but I had an aunt who worked at a library as a kid. So all summer, all the aunties dropped the kids off at the library, and we spent a lot of our summers at the library, reading, learning, and getting ahead of a lot of kids, honestly, just being honest. And what I'm seeing is people cannot read, right? There's pictures on the McDonald's software where people are just hitting the button for a picture. There's pictures on the hospital. Like, I literally saw a nurse hitting the different buttons and they had pictures on them. And I'm like, does she know what she's hitting? And this was some testing equipment. But I want you to understand, being able to be 1% more higher where you can read well, because a lot of people are functionally illiterate, right? Diamond Dave did a great mastermind class. I think it's in his private Patreon. And I was laughing because I was like, oh yeah, I totally want to talk about that. Yes. And I was like, people are walking around functionally illiterate. And we all know, like, I really want you to understand, we all know a shade tree mechanic right now. We all know some older black guy from Virginia, from Maryland, because when I was in Maryland, there was a few up there. From Maryland down to freaking Florida, Georgia, Mississippi. They know how to fix things. And when something go wrong, as long as they in the mix, people will call that man. Oh, call Mr. Larry. He know how to fix it. Call Mr. Junebug. Call Mr. Sam. Call Mr. Jerome. There are men like that. Our family knows a particular guy who cannot read or write. His wife at the time filled out his application, and he was working at the hog plant. And when the manager realized he couldn't read, he's like, don't say nothing. He's like, the Hispanic dude over here don't know how to read. Nobody know this. Just go about your day. Clock in. If you get lost or you couldn't read something in the manual or the trainings, just say something. I'll help you. We have a society of people who know people are functionally illiterate and people who are dyslexic and cannot read. We have a society that knows that. But as long as that person can be useful, what do I mean? They can use their hands. They can build something. They can take something apart. They can fix it. They good. Right? And how do I know that? When I teach the Middleman to Millions course and people are like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. You got folks in that class who have blue collar businesses, and the people that work for them, they just don't want to go through the process of having a website, payroll. They just want you to give them the job. Hey, just show up here and do this roof. Okay, I'll do that. And you got the check ready? Boom, let's go. Those men will always exist in society. And women like that will always exist in society. There are women who are functionally illiterate. That's why when they keep calling the mom at the school, like, why your kid can't improve in the math, she can't help him. The best she can do is work at the damn Hobby Lobby, pay the car bill, and do enough math to figure out what's going on. My grandpa has a neighbor who cannot read, and he's in his 50s, and he reads his mail to him to make sure he, like, hey, ain't nothing going on. Here's your tax bill. Here's your this, here's your that. There are people walking around who cannot read. Now, why am I getting on this high horse about people not being able to read? Because America for a long time has allowed you to play the game where, you just kind of get by, you just kind of, as long as you had a husband or wife, they could help you. We had a worker out here in Gerald. I think he's functionally illiterate. He made it in the Navy somehow. I don't know how. And as long as he has a woman with him, he has a housing. When he doesn't have a woman, it's like you're talking to him, but you realize he doesn't understand. He's like, I don't know. I'm confused. You're like, what's wrong with him? Now, I think he did get hit in the head in the Navy. I'm not, being disrespectful, but like literally, like he was homeless. He was sleeping in a car, and you're like, what's going on? Like, you're working, you making money. What do you need help on, sir? Let us help you get there, right? And so you have people walking around functionally illiterate. Now, why does this matter to what I'm trying to tell y'all about with automation and entitlement? And I'm gonna show a few clips here. I'm in several groups. I've created, like, at this point, 35 Facebook groups. My Facebook, when I log in, is hell. It's just like 100 notifications, and it's just horrible every day, right? But I have a newsfeed eradicator. So basically, it doesn't notify me. It doesn't ping on my phone. It saves me from the noise. You know what I'm saying? Like, like I save myself from some of the noise. Just being honest, because I can't function in the day if I had to keep going in there all the time. And what do I learn from having these like 35 different Facebook groups, right? No, it's not that he's lazy. No, this man is a hard worker. He's a hard worker. He has a disability. Like, we want to help him get the Navy to pay him. But there are people who can't read who are like, I'm not going to try. I'm not going to do any better. I'm not going to try to just go higher. No, I'm good. I'm right here. But the days of you being able to just work at Best Buy or the gas station for $15 an hour, and you had an apartment, and you had a brand new Honda Civic, and you could go out every day of the week and go to club and bars and all that stuff. Like I listen to Aaron Clary and a lot of these men channels. Like, yeah, you could just be a security guard and live well. You cannot. No, that's over. It's over for you thinking you're going to just, hey, I'm going to do $8 an hour or $10 an hour job somewhere, and I'm going to have a cool apartment, and I'm going to have a new car, and I'm going to ride around. That America, that's a wrap. That America's a wrap. And even if somebody cannot read, Pascal, who's in the comments, what stops them from getting audiobooks? What stops them from listening to audiobooks? You see what I'm saying? People will find an excuse for something to not happen. You dig what I'm saying? Like I know a woman whose son can't read, and he has dyslexia, and she just literally loaded him up on audiobooks, and she was like, you can play your video games after you sit here for 2 hours and listen. And then you got to tell me what you heard. Because the school was like, we're going to keep holding them back. And she was like, no, you're not. You're not holding this child back. The law says you have to let my child be able to hear this audibly and do this and that. You have to have a parent that's fighting for you. And Diamond Dave did a good show, maybe 2 or 3 days ago, talking about if the school call you to come up there and you don't come up there, the school don't have time for every single child. Like, this whole No Child Left Behind is a joke of a bill. It's actually the reverse. It means we're going to keep passing these kids because 9 times out of 10, a parent didn't care unless the school said, hey, man, your kid about to fail. And they'd be like, what? Then the parent jumps in gear, tries to make the kid get all ready and reading every night and doing their homework and trying to catch up and all this summer stuff. You as a parent should be in that mode before the school called you. But now, once we put in No Child Left Behind, the school ain't got to call you. They just keep sliding your kid on right on up. You dig? They're going to keep sliding that kid right on up. Okay? So listen, why am I bringing this up, and why am I talking about automation? Because as you're going in places, the way for a person who is functionally illiterate to survive in our economy and all over the world, China, Vietnam, Thailand, any of these places, is someone teaches them a skill. I remember it was a man saying that he was a school teacher, and he just had the same stuff every year. So he was functionally illiterate, but he was a school teacher for like 3rd graders. So he just kept the same, like, pictures. He had pictures. He wasn't even really teaching anything. He was just a fill-in. for this, and it wasn't a small town. It was a medium-sized town, but he was in a third grade teacher. So it was fine as long as he could teach that level. Hold on one second. Man, Tim Jackson, you know I'm doing a live right now. What you doing? It's Circa. It's on Fremont. All right. Boy, I tell you, boy, y'all, I'm trying to do a little late night rant. So y'all feel funny. So y'all tell Tim Jackson I said what's up. And this is the thing. They just be illiterate, right? Like there are people I know who you have to call them and tell them this is the address, how I get there. Oh, well, you take 5th Street and come on across Rayford Road, and you sit there in your head like, you can't read. We have work. Our family has workers who can't read. And they're doing just fine. They're doing just fine. So now why am I bringing this up about automation? Because it takes away where I can take a young Black boy, a young Hispanic boy, and I can just show him, hey, like, this is how you build roofs. This is how you do plumbing. This is how you do all this stuff. And I'm going to show you by hand how to do it so that nobody can take that skill from you. But what do I need in between? I need to be able to do paperwork, right? I need to be able to get my driver's license. I need to be able to fill out some of these licenses and these certifications. Why do you think in Detroit right now, and this is no disrespect to Detroit, because this is Baltimore, this is Louisiana, this is several places. When they do a city call out, they say we need Black men, Black women who own construction companies, welding companies, plumbing companies. And you're going to say, well, half the city don't want to be bothered with the city and the state. That's guaranteed money. Right now, I have a service business that I'm registering with the city of Austin. You know why? Because they email me every day. Hey, we're looking for bids on this project. Here's a project that's on University of Texas. Here's a project that's over here at a park. Here's a project that's over at this elementary school. They're asking, they're like, we're asking for you people of color and historically underutilized businesses to bring yourself on over here. So when you go to Detroit and the city is saying, we will walk you through the process and the office will write your paperwork for you, and they still can't get Black men and Latino men to show up downtown in Detroit where they just throwing money, there's a problem. Even Asia has told you on here, she will literally meet dudes and be like, I'll fill paperwork out for you. Because she realized they can't read. They're functionally illiterate. Go check her page. She talks about it. She's like, I'll go help you. I'll fill it out for you. Get in here, get this city money. Well, fine. If you don't want to fill it out, I'll do it then. And this is happening in cities all around America. When they went to Florida and they kept fining Florida $35 million because they weren't hiring Black plumbers and welders, you think every Black plumber and welder won't register with the city? Just didn't know? Right? You hear what happens when they say, hey, the city's getting ready to do something, come to the zoning meeting. Nobody told us. The signs are up and down the street. There are little signs they put on the ground up and down the street. We're getting ready to do a zoning meeting. They litter the neighborhood. Now, if you do that, they're going to call your house and find you. But they litter the neighborhood saying, we got a zoning meeting. Come on down. We're going to change this school to an old folks home in Georgetown. So y'all just come on down, and if you got a problem with it, you come tell us. Now, what happens every time? We didn't know this was going on. Nobody told us that this was happening. Right? I'm very, very clear with this. This isn't just a Black people, white people thing, but there are a ton of white people in Georgetown, Gerald, and all them places where they've been, hey, y'all, we got a meeting. Oh, nobody told me. Well, man, we can fill this paper out for you. Oh, I can't sign that. Why can't you sign it? They can't. Now, what's automation going to come to? Automation of HR jobs. Automation of people doing their taxes. Even now, when they go, well, why would people pay for tax preparation? They can't read. And I mean reading, not just reading the words like cat hit the hat on the dog. No, reading to comprehend. We had the what do you call it, 2020. My nephew had to spend kindergarten on Zoom. Well, he goes to first grade. Only him and one Hispanic girl can read. So the teacher had to spend her whole year trying to catch them kids up. And she would put my nephew and the little Hispanic girl up in the front of the room, and they would take turns reading books that they like to read. So my nephew got to read about Spider-Man and Batman, and the little girl got to read to them about Frozen and mermaids. And it was like kindergarten again. And she said, she was Asian. She was like, how does your nephew, you know, she's telling it to my grandma, my mama, how does your grandson know how to read so well? Like, all my kids can't even write their name. And he's drawing and writing. And she's like, on demand. What program is that? The TV, on the TV, on demand. If he wanted to watch Batman, Spider-Man, he had to type it in. And she's like, oh, wow. So you have to use these things in ways that kids want to. I got to figure out how to spell Batman to get it on the TV. I got to figure out how to spell Spider-Man to get it. But if the average person thinks, hey, I can go work at the gas station, I can still get an apartment, I can still get a car and keep it rolling. How do you think every time I go on these credit repair Facebook groups, there's people who signed 29% interest on Hellcats and 29% interest on Honda Civics and be like, I've been paying for 2 years and it's not going down. They're functionally illiterate, right? And so the society that we have right now, where I can just go ask somebody to show me the steps and I just copy you, right? I'm just copying you. I'm just following the steps and I'm copying you. It's kind of slowly going away. And so even this guy who said, it's a black kid, he went viral. I don't know if he's in trouble at his job now, but he's like, I went to school for engineering. And he shows what he does. He literally pushes a few buttons at this manufacturing place and pushed the thing back up. That's it. He pushed a few buttons. He read the computer screen, typed 1 or 2 codes, and that was it. He's like, I make $71 an hour. Ha, ha, ha. And I'm like, what you got to realize is it don't take much. It don't take much to be not average anymore. Okay. So I'm going to segue this here. We're about 16 minutes in, and I'm going to just segue a little bit. And I'm going to talk about when I told you I got like 35 Facebook groups and I'm halfway creator, I'm in. Lord, there's 3 of them now that have 50,000 people. And I thank God for every single admin that helps me, that has volunteered their time. There are 2 of them are about health. Well, one's about health, one's about, I'm gonna keep that one private. But then there's another one because we're testing and I'm in a partnership. The one I created by myself is called Breaking Into Tech Careers. Today I woke up at a Nigerian. I'm sorry, y'all know how y'all cousins be. A Nigerian tried to start a mimic page, and I said, hey man, you know, take that shit down. You got my face up here. You know, at least be crafty enough. Be Nigerian enough to do something different up here. Okay, like you got my whole face up here. And he laughed and he was like, no, and he blocked me, right? So then I reported to Facebook or whatever. And I went in a group and I got like 20 messages where people are mad with me. I'm like, oh my God, let me see. What are these messages? What's happening? And sure enough, it's people saying this group, and again, we pre-approve every message. So don't think you're gonna slide by with some shit. Okay. She won't let me post my offering for free in here. She's trying to charge. This group cares about money. We have 44,000 people in that group. If I just free for all let you come in here like it's a flea market, it's going to be crazy. But what you can do, and I took the message, I sat down and messaged each person in a message. I said, listen, here's what you can do. Because you're probably watching this video. Hey, how you doing? You can go over into Facebook and see where it says groups. You can go create your own group and you can promote and give information and help millions of people every day. Right? Because the person's like, she's stopping me from helping people. I'm not. No one in this world is stopping you. The entitlement to think that these social media platforms have to give you free traffic. I had 10 people tell me they couldn't find me on Instagram today. And I said, okay, cool. I know what's happening. I'm shadow banned there too. I've been posting too much Donald Trump. I've been posting too much other stuff. No problem. Now there's a girl. Let's see if I can pull it up. And I'm going to give y'all an example because when I talk about you know, being functionally illiterate and all this other stuff and people not really understanding basics, right? I'm gonna show you this prime example. This is an example. Now this young man, and I'm not disrespecting him. No disrespect. If I meet him in person, we're gonna talk, okay? No problem, no harm or foul. He wants you to believe at 17 years old, he worked at the downtown, right? And he was able now at 21 to have 150 properties. Now I'm gonna tell you what happened, and I've told y'all this before. Y'all can go look on his page, and you read it. And if you slow, now I'm not trying to be disrespectful. If you're a little slow, you be like, "That's American dream." This boy is 22 with G-wagons and fast cars. Now he worked at Section 8 at 17 years old. This is correct. You can find paperwork on this. But let me be very clear what happened. He was born here. He was born here. His parents and his family friends, not born here, relocated here, right? Right? You turn 18, I can run my money through you, and you can own as many properties as you want. And you know why? Because our system has made it so easy for you to buy houses. You putting 12 grand down, you putting 3.5% down. This is why when people sit here and tell me that Americans can't afford to buy houses, here's a 22-year-old person who owns 150 houses on Section 8 and put them on Section 8. Now, who is usually, when he shows his videos, who's living in his Section 8? Now, he's in Louisiana, so it's white and black, but I just want you to understand, Americans are living in his Section 8 housing, right? And so people are like, oh man, man, he's so amazing. How was he able to do that? Now he's out here showing you the stunt cars. He's out here showing stuff. He had to show you he got an office. But you got to see there's parents behind this. There's parents behind this. There's adults behind this. Now, even if I do this, now look, I'm going to show you this right here. And you see all the words on the screen? Okay, you see these words on the screen right here? If you look at a lot of people on Instagram, this is what they're doing. They're putting the words on the screen. And a lot of times people say, I can't read it. It's going too fast. I can't read it. It's what's happening is you need to slow the video down. So you see, he's just left it up here for the entire minute because he already knows. People be like, I need you to slow it down. Right now, you're gonna say, Erica, damn, why you doing that? Why are you talking about him? I want you to understand the way our economy goes. It's not hard. It's not hard. Our economy for a long time has made it very, very easy for you to come in and buy something, right? Very, very easy. Very, very easy. So much so that a kid works at Section 8 at 17. Now he's 21. He has 100 properties. Now, if you believe that he just magically got money out of the sky and from some credit cards, I have a lake in Texas I want to sell you. Okay. And his favorite thing is I didn't get a dime from my parents. Okay, cool. Cool. Whatever you need to tell me. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you need to tell me. All right. So let me get out of here. Let me go to the next. Because information business is the easiest business in the world. Let me go to and I want you to understand just a teaching moment. I'm gonna show y'all one more thing when we talk about. Oh no, you good, Tim. You good. It's all good. You guys make sure you come check us out in Las Vegas. We're gonna have a stacked house. We're gonna have Acre Boys, Fashionably Free D, Tim Jackson. Might have my friend Jacob Life of Vegas stop by for a hot second, wave out to the crowd. We're gonna see. We got a couple people in town at the same time. All right, so this is his website. Now, when I talked about people being, functionally illiterate, and many you're like, oh, what do you mean, Erica? I want you, and the majority of the marketing is in 6th grade level for a reason. If you come to this page, I'm looking at it. I'm like, this is very like kindergartenish. It's very like, look here, you can do this. It's very easy. Hit the button. And I'm not knocking, but listen, I'm a studier. You know what I'm saying? I'm an implementer too. But what I said is like, oh shit, like is that bad out here? Is that bad out here? It's that bad out here for sure. It's that bad out here. Now people are gonna try to convince you. There's something that people have been teaching y'all, and I try to give y'all all the free game, all the free information. If you are a person, you have a product or service right now, telling you this here it is, here the game. You got a product or service. Okay, you can go into these free Facebook groups all day, and you can, I'm telling you, hand to God, you can go and DM 100 people a day. I know I done lost some of y'all just by saying you had to do some work. You can DM 100 people a day out of these Facebook groups. And if you just convert, let's say 2 or 3 a day, and just fill your pipeline up, right? And I'm talking about for 90 days, but if you just do it for 30 days, in 30 days, you would have talked to 3,000 people. You'd have talked to 3,000 people for free. And this is where y'all get trapped. Y'all want to do it for free. Y'all want to talk to people for free. You want to market for free. This is how I'm just telling you how to do it for free real quick. This is how you do it for free. You're going to DM 100 people a day in them Facebook groups, messaging, commenting, and you're going to say, well, I can help you. Now, I let it rock when I see people do it the right way. I got a couple different Facebook groups. I told y'all 35. You open up my Facebook, it's terrible. It's a nightmare of notification. I see people every day doing it. Oh man, yeah, you know, you can DM me, you know, and I'll help you some more on that. Oh, connect with me on LinkedIn and we'll talk about it. Like, I'm cool. I'm one of the easiest people to get along with. I'm gonna let you slide and you swoop, 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 slide it by, right? If this is interesting to y'all, put a 1 in the comments at least. Let me know if I'm off. Just tonight is boring the hell out of y'all. But just drop a 1 in the comments. You know what I'm saying? I know the snow got y'all cold. I know the Cowboys got y'all sad. You know, but that gonna do what he gonna do. So just drop a 1 in the comments if it's helping you. Okay. Now you're gonna come in, right? You're doing that. Your pipeline is full of 3,000 people now. What you do is follow up at that point. You're just following up. That's why I'm not mad at YouTube or Facebook or these people who throttle me down, who hide my content. People can't see my page. I don't care, right? Because I'm still going to have a certain number of y'all that I can talk to and convert. Simple as that, right? Now let me show you here, right? Because you're saying, man, Erica, that's the organic way. Yeah, that's the organic way. These Facebook groups are free, full of fun. Now here's another one. Okay, here's another one. Now I talked to y'all a lot about Instagram, right? Like many of you like, Eric, I don't want to run YouTube ads. I don't run Instagram ads. Our accidental YouTube ads charged me this daggone week and ran a bunch of old ads. And we had sales that did not connect to the system. So I had to go in and manually apologize to like 100 people. Hey, I know y'all freaking out hitting the refund button. Relax. We're going to fix this. We're going to get it corrected. System didn't connect. I don't know what happened. Right. So we had to reach out to our old staff person. Hey man, what the hell? So anyway, but if you don't want to run Facebook ads, you don't want them charging your car, you don't want Google getting that money, this is another way. Now, this is just an example. These group right here, they got about 15 theme pages. Don't get it twisted. They got about 15 theme pages that they're connected to. Now you go down here and these posts are about money and they're engaging and so many different types of topics, you know, people and posts. Nah, these are all sponsored posts, every single one of them. Every single one of them are sponsored. You're going to be like, no, Erica, they're just sharing interesting content. No, honey. Every single post here is a sponsored post. They don't even, like the colors and nothing's congruent. It's all sponsored posts. Every single one. And why am I okay with that? Because they know people are on the internet and there are people in segments of this internet I will never reach. You will never reach. Other people's YouTube channel never reach. But if I come on here and I give you a sponsored post, it's going to start showing you the people that would never see my stuff, but you got 100,000, 200,000 people. Now, let's say I do that across all 15 of your Instagram pages. Now I'm going to have a pipeline of 100 to 100,000 people. If I keep it up for months on end, I'm going to have 100,000 people in my pipeline asking me questions. Correct? And it's my job at that point to what? Convert them, put them in a system, put them in the email marketing, right? This has been an old system for a while now. When Instagram decided they're going to throttle folks down, people like, no problem. I'm going to start paying for promoted posts on 100 different pages and all kind of new people are going to see your stuff. Now, why am I bringing this up? There's a young lady. Let me see if I can get down to her. She's like, oh, I don't do no ads, right? Which is funny because I see her on 100 different sponsor post pages. And she's like, oh, I don't do any ads. I don't do any ads. I've never ran ads for my channel. Let me see if I can find her real quick. Let me roll it down a little bit more. There she is. There she is. Now she made $5 million. Let me go ahead and pull up. Let me stop sharing right here. Let me pull up the page I'm trying to show you. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Now, no disrespect to her. No disrespect to her. Okay, none, no slander. Let me just show you though. Okay, let's see. Okay, now this woman. Now, you know, they copied it word for word, perfect. Right? They're like, this information is old. Like she's getting all this engagement, right? Getting hundreds of views. Now let's go over to her page. We click on her. If it'll let me, it might be tripping. Y'all know my computer disrespectful. I'm gonna just go on over there. I'm gonna just show you. Now I'm gonna show you because this person's most famous thing is I don't run ads. These people are just sharing my content. Why? Because if you actually look up the terms and services, you're not supposed to be doing that. But again, let's just go for what it's worth. Let me show you the page. Let me just show you the page. And this is something I'll talk with my digital real estate students, with my students that are in my 8-week sales and leadership training. And like, again, y'all look at my Instagram page, you'll be like, Erica, you need to make it just be niche about one topic. I can get away with it because I had a little bit longer runway, but I've actually created other Instagram pages. So they're very niched because that's how people's minds are, right? So again, here it is. She's got 706,000 followers. You're like, how did she just do this organic? She made $5 million in 10 months because a ton of this right here. She's posting every day for sure, but she's making sure she goes to those people and go run this post on like 100 pages. So all kind of random people come in. They're like, see, she's posting consistency. That's what I need to do. Just post more. But if you don't know the special sauce is, I'm running 150 pages of promoted post, then you're thinking I just need to post more. No, you just got to get in front of enough eyes. It's not about the Lambos. It's not about the cars. If I put you in front of 1,000 people, do you have better conversion rates? If not, your offer sucks, right? Like that's part of that, right? Like your offer sucks. But what you have to understand is if you actually look at the content they share, they're on multiple pages. Now, why am I saying this? Why am I bringing this up? What does it have to do with Facebook groups? What does it have to run a business? What does it have to do with automation and entitlement? A lot of you really believe it's supposed to be 1997, as somebody said in here when gas was 99 cents. What did you say? Gas was 99 cents. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They think it's still 1997. Gas is 99 cents. I'm going to work at Starbucks and have an apartment, a brand new Honda Civic. I'm going to go to the club every weekend. How dare these companies ask me to work on the weekend? I got stuff to do on the weekend. And that time's over, right? So now you're out here. I'm just trying to help some of y'all shorten your curve for making money. If you're like, Erica, I created a Facebook group. I'm promoting it. I'm doing everything I can. I'm going to tell you, go on over to the Instagram. It's just volume you need at this point, right? I'm not saying I got lucky, but I kind of did. That Facebook group, we haven't did no promoted post, no nothing. It's got to 44,000. Now I know to get it to 100,000, your girl gonna have to run some promoted posts. But even at it being 44,000, companies are reaching out to me for partnerships, deals, things to do. And yeah, people are mad when I don't let them come in there and promote for free. They think they're entitled to come yell in your backyard, and you should be like, oh, okay, cool. Nah, feel free to go build a business of your own. These are businesses. These Facebook pages are businesses. I went on one girl's credit Facebook group. She has 500,000 people in there. She only need to close on 1% of those people to make $1 million, if that. Ebooks, products, services, whatever, sponsorship. I'm trying to show y'all and tell y'all the game for free as much as possible. As much as possible. Like, it doesn't cost me anything to do these YouTube videos. In fact, I give too much information, which messes up the sales process for me and for you, right? Because I'm just giving all this information. I'm like, why do I need to buy a course? I've seen people post it. Why do I need to buy Erica's course? I'm just telling you. 99% of stuff I'll tell you for free, but is it the right order? Is it the right time? Is it the right pitch? You never know. Darkman Jeff said, I realized that I grew up with a lot of functionally illiterate adults. I remember I had to read bills to folks in my neighborhood when I was younger. Yeah. You got to realize there's some people out here just they go to store, they can buy KFC for dinner, they can go places, they don't see the need. Why do I need to fix what's going on? Compound effect, numbers are everything. You've been talking about this. And I'm telling y'all, like, what you're gonna see is, and I'm not bragging at all. I'm not bragging at all. I'm working with a new coach or whatever, and essentially when they sat down with me, they said, what you've done over 10 years, we can do in 1 year if you're willing to listen. Willing to follow these instructions, A, B, and C. All right. I was like, damn. Okay. And I already know because when I'm gonna do a nuance and I'm gonna recreate the wheel. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Chill. Just follow instructions. Just follow instructions. Sometimes things are built. Just follow instructions. Like I told y'all, I found out somebody had spent $350,000 for somebody's training. I about got faint. I said, $350,000. and there are hundreds of them spending it. So the money's out there. This economy, y'all keep acting like the economy is so terrible. It's not. You just have to really be on volume and serving people, right? You have to be on volume. You have to be on serving people, right? You can get paid by running YouTube ads? How long does it take to learn? It depends. It depends. Like, it depends on what your ad is, Bob. Like, are you selling something in the ad? Are you talking to people? Are you telling people to come over to your channel? What are you trying to do? You know what I'm saying? So this is what I want y'all to understand. So let me see one more. Let me see about one more. And why am I bringing this up? Because so many people are like, Erica, I've been posting, I can't get no traction. And I literally tell them, you might need to get some new eyeballs on your product. Let me see. This one. Okay, so y'all heard me talk about financial budget dog. What's his name? Budget dog. But this is Better Wallet. Okay, it's Mark Russell, first generation, helped me 850 students. Right, former financial advisor, foster kid, Wall Street executive. Please look, this brother was adopted, put in foster care at birth, adopted at 13, put himself through college at 18. He lost his adopted father, best friend at 19, became a stockbroker at 22, became a financial executive at 29, built a business at 29, paid off 80K in debt at 30, quit his job at 31. Does this man have something he could teach you about finance and life? Even he uses promoted post pages. Hundreds of them. Right? Because even if you have an awesome, hey, I have this really great thing I want to show people, you have to get eyeballs on the project to see if it is worth the money. Like you just saw this post on the page. Right? Because who wants to talk about Roth IRAs? Nobody finds that sexy. But what you have is you got to reach out to the audience of people who are in their 30s and 40s. Like, do you want to retire? You got to start putting that $500 away a month. You got to start doing this. You got to start marketing them. What is the payoff? Like, boy, I really want to do. I just want to set my kids up. Again, got these posts. Hey, you can set this account up. Put $50 in it a month. Leave it in there. Just let it grow. When your child's 30, they'll have 141,000. When they're 60, they'll have $1 million. Set it and forget it is what they're telling you. But if you didn't know the steps, how could you get it? Right? So again, I'm just showing you this because I want you to understand that, like, your job, is not to come in somebody's Facebook group and be mad because they won't let you post for free because you're trying to help people. I'm trying to help people. Your job is to say, how can I get as many eyes on my product or service as possible, because I believe my product and services changes lives. That's your job. That's it. Now, because you're like, but Facebook is free, YouTube is free, Instagram, I can post over here, I can do anything I want because it's free. That's correct. That's free. You can do all that for free. But if you don't do certain steps, guess what? You will not get the results that you. And that comes from mental blockage for some folks. That comes from a lot of other places. So I want you to understand, when people get mad with you, it ain't got nothing to do with you. It ain't got nothing to do with you. 9 times out of 10, they're believing an old belief system and it ain't working. They done got to 40, it ain't working. They've been being nice. They've been posting stuff for free. They've been doing free phone calls. They can't understand why it ain't working. But you gotta let people know, hey, let me tell you, it's mental. Mostly it's mental. You're assuming it should work. You're assuming it should be free. You're assuming it should be headache free. It's not. None of it is. None of it is. Right? Now, what's about to happen? Okay. This year, we already told you what's going on. The next 36 months are going to be the best of time for folks and the worst of time for folks. Period. Right? They're like, well, Google just laid off a bunch of people. Should people be getting into tech? There are 10 million job openings. You know what I'm saying? They just trimming the fat on people that's been chilling for a long time. But I'm going to bring in Sub-Zero. I'm going to bring in Tamika. So y'all can talk to them and hear what they got to say. I'm bringing Dr. Dix. Dr. Dix been on TV multiple times. Dr. Dix been over there with Roland Martin. He's famous now. We're trying to be like, please don't forget about us, Dr. Dix. Right? And so what we want is to make sure, you know what I mean, that you guys hear this message, because the message is you have to figure out, how can I speak to 100 people a day about my product and service? Because the first thing somebody say, well, Eric, I just want to serve people. I just want to be a helper. You can't help them if they can't reach you. You can't help more people if you can't reach more people. And so you have to be willing to be able to be teachable and coachable. Let's get you constructed in a way that makes sense. Let's get your business put together in a way that makes sense. Let's get your product and services put together in a way that makes sense. A lot of people think I'm just going to spam in people's Facebook groups. I'm going to spam all over Facebook. I'm going to tag 99 people in a post. That stuff don't work. Facebook made sure it don't work. So when I'm telling you a way that people are making $5 million in 10 months using promoted posts, I'd rather you spend your $50 instead of being frustrated saying you're trying to save money. If 50 is all you got, yeah, use your 50. See if you can get 2 posts. You know what I'm saying? You want to get connected to as many people as possible, because you know what will happen if you're DMing people, whether it's Facebook groups or Instagram, you're being able to reach more people. Automation has even come into that sector to help you get that done faster. Automatic replies, automatic send outs. You know, people comment on your post, it'll automatically reply to them. There's a lot of that going on. So automation is not here to completely take you out the game. You have to figure out what position you want to be on this ride. What angle do you want to hit this at? Like, okay, because if you say, Erica, I don't care about reading better, I don't care about running ads, I don't care about none of this. Cool. Get ready to get on that blue collar train. Which is no disrespect. You can make a lot of money. If you learn how to fix things with your hands and you can do it on a repeatable cycle, no problem. You'll still make money. You'll still thrive in America. But if you tell me you want to leave this country and go do it somewhere else and get paid in their pesos, get paid in their money, good luck on that. Good luck on that. That ain't going to work. All right? To run around Facebook mad because people won't let you post in that group, all that energy you wasted, you could have made your own Facebook group. You could have already been promoting it. You could have already been doing other stuff. Or you could have been listening. See, people think I'm going to do this for free and I don't have to pay you anything. You don't. You don't have to pay me nothing. But if you're not willing to listen, you're going to lose out on money, and that's your fault. That's it. You're going to lose out on money, and that's your fault. Because there's ways to DM. There's ways to connect. There's ways to talk to people. There's ways to do sales. But you haven't been willing to listen. So, or to try to learn it. This is why so many people are going lazy route and like, I'm going to talk about relationships. I'm going to get 10, 15 people on a panel. And we're going to cut up and act stupid. Knowing daggone well, if your grandma, your mama, your parents, your wife saw that, they'd be like, what is wrong with you? Why are you doing that? I want attention. Cool. But that's how you want to get attention? No, that ain't it. That ain't it. Drop a few questions in there. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I'm going to be here all night long. I just want to let y'all know, like, please save yourself the entitlement. That it should be fair, and YouTube and Facebook should show you your stuff, and that's not fair. And they said they don't run ads on their business. Everything's organic. They say that to make you feel better. Because if that person told you they ran, let's just be honest. Let's say she runs $5,000 a week in promo posted. That's a lot of money. You can probably get away with like $1,000. You can probably get away with $200 a week, right? But let's say it's $5,000 a week. 5,000 a week times, let me just do the math real quick for y'all. Be like, she is off on the numbers. Let's just say hypothetically, she spent 5,000 a week times 50 weeks a year. That's 250,000 a year. She still made $5 million in 10 months. Selling what? Affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing that I've been telling y'all about for nonstop. And one of my theme pages is nothing but affiliate marketing for healthcare products. So that's why I'm like, I know this game, and I'm just trying to let you guys know that. Okay, this person said, those kind of podcasts are the new rap mixtapes that dudes used to pass around them all for $5. Yeah. All this stuff is just structured. Structured a certain way. It's done a certain way. Moonglow. So this is what you're breaking down in class, letting us know how to do all this properly. I'm looking to attending an event in Atlanta. Well, I welcome you in Atlanta, but the biggest thing I teach is like the one of the Facebook groups I created is completely SEO. I looked up what people were typing in via certain things, certain software I use. It's something I teach in class. And I was like, oh, let me just put these words together. And now we have 44,000 people in under 5 months in a brand new creative Facebook group. Because see, a lot of times you guys don't understand. You're wanting to create something to brag about yourself, right? When we talk about, and I can go through this for a million things. When we had people trying to learn how to build new construction, they wanted to build mansions, $700,000 houses, $1 million houses, $500,000 houses. And you're like, nah, dude, just build a starter home. And you can make the money faster. And you can get on where you got to go. No, I want to build a mansion. But if you just build this starter house, they sell faster. They sell more of those. No, I want to, listen, if you just build this, it'll work better. I don't want to do that. Right? Now, I've been talking about tax lien, tax deeds for years, right? And literally, there's going to have 3 million auctions in 2024. I mean, it's over the course of a year. So I'm sitting here telling you about, hey, man, you better get tax liens. You better learn how to do it. And people are like, no, I don't want to learn. Okay, cool. No problem. No problem. You know why? Because they weren't going to do anything anyway. These are the same people. Who won't listen, right? So if I'm sitting here telling you there's a special technique in the way I did it, that's how I did it. That's what I put in my classes. And so you definitely can come. Like, y'all, we had to get the book down. The book we were putting on tour had 200 pages. We had to chop it down. We're like, that's too much. It's too much information for people. Their brains are going to explode. It's too much information. We got to chop this book down. But that's how much I know this digital game that you could literally break your leg, be at home, and say, Erica, I don't ever want to go to work again. I got a baby. Something's up. And I could show you step by step how to do these things. It's digital liberty. It's digital liberty. Like, I don't have to come over and do any more lives. I can literally just all have pre-recorded content on StreamYard. I can literally just segue myself and do opus clips of the content I've already got and put it on Instagram on different pages and keep it moving. And run promoted posts. And it just they go to my email list and it's like a circle. That lady that made $5 million, she has 450,000 people on her email list. Do you not believe if she posts, hey, you should try this red light therapy or try this product I found on Amazon? Do you know how many people sign up? You know people sign up? Lots. If she just gets 1%, she's making crazy money off that email list. So I just want you to understand that. DC Johnson, take the course, learn the skills, apply them, you'll see the results. It's just that simple. Yeah. I mean, again, if you just stand back, a second and watch, which everybody's not going to watch like I watch. I've been in business so many years. One of the comments from the ladies who took my class was like, man, Erica really, she be knowing. Like, how you be doing it like that? I'm like, I've been in business so many years. I watch enough to go, oh, okay, I do this now. It's not that hard. It's not. People make it harder than it was because they take out the most important factor that you will ever remember. What's in it for them? It's not about you. It's never about you. It's in what's in it for them. And when you learn that, boy, life changing. I saw the Chelsea lady on IG a few weeks ago. I thought I sent her post to you. You probably did, yeah. I've been telling people, I'm like, yeah, we're in the same affiliate marketing. For sure. Like I'm telling you, like I know for certain. I just got in a digital real estate course last week. It's awesome. I have one more to go. For sure, we got one more live training I put in like the last week of January. In Middleman to Millions, last week of January, and then digital real estate, we got the last one I'm putting there. And I want y'all to enjoy it. Like, that's it. Peace out, right? Because it's just, people are going to what's easy instead of what solves people problems. And you can make $5 to $10 million solving people's problems. Like I don't think y'all understand. The government sets aside money, like for job training and getting people ready for job training. It's called community. Oh God, what's the word? Like the government pays you money because they know these schools aren't getting people ready. They know these parents aren't getting people ready. They know these homes that these kids be living in ain't getting them ready. They pay thousands of dollars per person you will train to get them up to snuff. And I learned that and I was like, oh man, you can teach that. That's the money right there. So it's just like, it depends on which way you want to go on this internet. There's a lot of great stuff out here that makes money. It just depends on how you want to go. I started tax lien. You have to be careful for sure. I'm in relationship podcast. Yeah, so many of them. So many. For sure. I listen. I was like, in the new coach I have, they were like, what will it take for you to be $20 million Erica? What does she dress like? What does she look like? What does she say? What does she talk? What does she do? I'm like, oh shit, man, hold on. Let me sit down with a piece of paper. And you do. You do. Because see, what happens is if you can convince people that they don't have to change and they can sit on their couch with their cell phone and just post stuff and they'll make money, they'll do that. But you can do it. It's not even being funny. But you have to be disciplined. You have to keep doing it. Affiliate marketing, y'all. I mean, it's a million ways to skin a cat. I'm not going to drag this out too much, but I just want you to understand, like, you have to decide this year, what do you want to do? Because they're raising the floor, as I love Diamond Davis. They're raising the floor on y'all. Just working at the 7-Eleven or Best Buy or having a little $15 an hour job where you don't have any skills and you think you're going to have an apartment, a house, a car, in a regular life, that's a wrap. You're going to see a lot of people go to blue collar because you can't take away handyman skills, right? Why was DoorDash and Uber so popular? You don't have to talk. You don't have to study. You don't have to read. You just have to get in the car, push the button, pick a person up, and follow the directions on the phone. And that's why you have so many immigrants who come here and do that. It's too easy. They were driving in their own country. Now they're driving here. They don't have to learn English. They can just do this and still make money. So you have to realize if that's the floor, because the floor is crowded. Going up, people are like, oh, it's lonely at the top. It's really not. Every time you go a new level, you meet new people. You're like, oh, man, you over here? Man, come on in. Them girls, when they told me they spent, $350,000 for something and made their money back in 2 weeks, you guys have to realize there are people who can get you to the direction where you're trying to go faster. You just have to determine, where do you want to go? So again, automation is going to come in. It's going to shake up the bottom, right? The Amazon people who think I'm just going to go to work at Amazon. I don't care. I'm going to just go to work down the street at 7-Eleven and make my money and go home and show up to work and not really have to contribute any value. Baby, that's starting to be a wrap. That's starting to be a full wrap. When Home Depot start changing that stuff, you see, Home Depot got rid of them cashiers, but then they realized some of them men function illiterate. So then they got to come keep the cashier there to help a little bit. Again, automation going to come through and hundreds of jobs that you had in certain places are going to be gone. It's going to be gone. But if you just do 1% more, just 1% more, right? Just 1% more. It makes all the difference. So anyways, you guys, this is your girl, Erica, Classical on Blog. Thank you for being here again. Join me on the road. February 3rd and 4th is Dallas, Texas. February 17th and 18th is DC, Washington, DC. March 2nd and 3rd, I will be in Las Vegas. Digital real estate, Las Vegas. Sorry, I'm exhausted. I left the gym and I'm just like, these clothes are starting to be gross now. Got to take them off. The day before that, I'll be speaking at the Clean Biz Network. Why the Clean Biz Network? Service businesses. Why your girl speaking on stage? Because I own service businesses, and you'll learn more of that in the Middleman to Millions course and how and why and how it was so quick to do it. It's, again, if you have watched the Middleman to Millions course and listened to the live training, just O'Neill and 4 or 5 other people talk. Holy crap! If you couldn't get your business put together from that, God bless you, right? Okay. And then in May 4th and 5th, Cinco de Mayo will be in Atlanta, Georgia. And June we'll be in Cabo, but I'm about to do a major partnership with somebody. So that might be a higher level mastermind. So we'll see what happens there. Coming to North Carolina? Probably not. I mean, Charlotte or Raleigh maybe in the future, but not. I don't have no real big incentive to come to North Carolina. Like I'm from there. I'm like, I get a ton of sales from everywhere but there. So not really. Weather and the Cowboys are terrible. God help us. Good luck. Good luck. I don't have no thoughts on that. That's a whole dissertation and consult call. And I'm like, why would you do that? So anyway, like the video. Hey man, thanks so much. Anyway, thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. I'll see you guys on the road. If you aren't in the classes, God bless you. Good luck. Daya, if you're in North Carolina, come down to Atlanta, May 4th, 5th. It's a quick drive. I do it all the time from North Carolina to Atlanta. I'll drive right through South Carolina and boom, I'm in Atlanta. Takes no time at all. Or you can do a flight for an hour. from North Carolina, a flight in an hour, and you'll be in Atlanta. So this is your girl Erica from the Classic On blog. Good luck out there if you're in any of my classes. Good luck. I have some pre-recorded content coming up this week. You guys, it's been real. Have a great night.